And tonight we're going to carve some gnomes. Here's an example. Here's one I carved today. And here's some older ones. A little mushroom. So yeah, that's the plan for tonight, guys, is a nice chill night. Doing a little bit of hand carving. And I'm going to be using this, mainly this Stanley razor knife. And of course a glove. So let's mark this guy out. We'll do a little, we'll say his hat starts right here. Goes like that. That's going to be his hat. Let's give him a big nose. Big old nose. And maybe a couple little feet. Give this one some little feet. And a nice big pointy hat. Hey Harry, what's happening, man? I'm glad I got to make it to your first live stream, dude. So I'm just gonna, is it hard to see what I'm doing here? It wasn't bad at all, dude. It was fine. So I'm gonna just go ahead and make a little stop cut here at the brim of the hat. And then here at the edge of the hat. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all, Harry. And you'll get over that nervousness, dude, in no time. You just kind of get used to the camera. All right, so we got stop cuts there. We'll do another stop cut at the bottom of the nose. Yeah. So I'm going to make a little cut here on the brim of his hat. And we will shape that up a little bit. Harry, if you're concerned about that, hey BK, what's happening? If you're concerned about that, you should put your phone on airplane mode before you stream. Yo, BK, I'm using the razor knife for this one. And then guys, Wednesday night we'll work on that entryway bench. And that'll be like a regular Wednesday thing till it gets done. You just kind of got to get used to the limitations of the razor knife. And then it's nice not having to like stop and strop all the time, dude. Kevin England, what's up, dude? So looking like we might get some snow up here this weekend, guys. And the following week, maybe some more. So yeah, so I kind of have his hat outlined now. Just that's a sloppy cut. Just a rough and dirty hat outline. And now I'm going to do the same for his nose. Oh, nice. I've been watching this guy named Wes Does It, and he makes some hella dope knives out of like old circular saw blades. Let's zoom back out, I think. Yeah, Wes is cool, dude. Kevin Basswood, I just ordered mine off Amazon. It's pretty cheap, dude. Oh, let me show you guys the one this is the one from today. I gave him sunglasses, dude. So I'm still debating on if I want to make Mondays, like every Monday, a regular, just chill carving day or not. And I haven't decided yet, dude. But I do know that Wednesday is going to be that bench until I get it done. Let's get a little bit of a shoulder. Outline his little feet here. I do have a couple other little carving tools that I will make use of here. I just wanted to do this outline with the razor knife. Something's held for review. Yo, thanks for the medal, Harry. You know, I don't know, BK, why. I don't know why it just held that for review. I don't know, dude. This mod, this auto mod thing. I tried to make it so you could see it. Can you see it? There we go. Oh. So there we have our kind of our rough. Let me block this light. There's our rough outline. You got see he's got a big old honking nose, some cute little feet, pointy hat, and then we'll do some beard. We'll do some little beard lines in there. I might cut his feet off. We'll see. But I'm gonna switch over to a chisel. I'm going to switch over to a chisel. First, I'm going to strop it. I might copy, Harry, I might copy the build you did on your stream today, dude. Just to have one of for like in front of our house. I'm not going to copy it today, but maybe in the future. I think it would be a cool thing to have in front of the house. So right now I'm just going to use the chisel to just go ahead and dig these lines in a little better. Yo, what up, Smallwood? What's happening? I'm making a little gnome. He's gonna be a little gnome with a huge hat and a giant nose. Mr. Bubba Johnson. What's up, man? And here's the one I made today, earlier today. I guess maybe that's the surfer gnome, dude. And then I have a little. Where's the angled chisel? There it is. Little angled chisel. This is basswood. So it is like pretty easy to carve, dude. What kind of package you get? There we go. I like to make the cheek kind of go down in like that. It's still going to be beard right here, but then it'll make the beard kind of, yeah. Yeah. Now I'm going to expose the nose a little bit better. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and not do feet on this one, man. So let's remove those feet. Hey, don't you know it? I don't know. I started carving these gnomes a couple weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. This is gnome number 30. I should have brought gnome number 1 in here. This guy's gnome number 30. So I've come a long way. Actually, gnome number 1 was rough, dude. But they're fun, man. It's relaxing, and when you're done, you have a cool little gnome guy. And I have like a whole army of gnomes in the house now. Except for the ones I've sold. You know what's weird is like people hitting me up like trying to buy gnomes. They're like, hey, I've sold like 4 gnomes now in the last week. People want the gnomes, bro. I didn't even think about that. Can anybody else having trouble hearing me? Okay. Okay, cool. No, I just use a let's use my phone, Harry. Get some more chiseling in here. There it is. This phone's good enough for this like vertical. Man, I gotta lose this hoodie. For this vertical live stream, you know, phone's pretty good. All right, here we go. Let's get this thing back on. But one thing I did notice about today, Harry, was that you got to stop apologizing. You got to stop apologizing so much, bro. You know what I mean? Stop apologizing. Just own that shit. You don't gotta apologize for nothing. Other than that, it was a fucking killer first stream. Made a good project. Yeah. Just don't apologize, bro. Not for that, anyway. I mean, you're not really doing anything that requires the apology, you know what I'm saying? I do like this little chisel. Just a wee little chisel. Perfect for, like, getting details in here. Is that Tim, dude? What's up, Tim? Tim Reed in the house, folks. Yeah, I hear you, Harry. And the nervousness, you just got to feel it. You just have to experience that. And then once you experience that nervousness enough times, it just sort of goes away, dude. And then it's, I just feel like I treat my camera like it's like it's one of my buddies hanging out, you know? But yeah, the first time I streamed, the first few times I streamed, I was nervous. In fact, a week or two ago, I had a stream that got picked, like the algorithm like picked it up and pumped it, and I looked up and there was like 450 concurrent people in the room, and that brought back that initial nervousness. Was like, oh dang, dude, there's 450 people looking at me right this second, bro. But that wore off too. That was crazy. I don't know what happened on that one, Tim. It was I guess the algorithm decided to pump me, put me on in front of people that day. I don't know how that shit works exactly, dude. And I don't think they tell you on purpose, so that so that people can't game it or whatever. But I don't know, man. I just try to keep it honest. Just a dude in his shop doing stuff he likes, you know. Did I miss somebody coming in? No, I think I got everyone. Oh, you might have to hit that. You might have to hit that bell, dude. Yeah, I made sure I was there today for your first stream too, dude. I wasn't gonna miss that one. And it was fun. You actually had a really good turnout for your first stream. The only person I think will always be nervous on a live stream has honestly broken the sound barrier around the world with a fart. And he owned it. The more you sub to the ones we watch get pushed back. That makes sense. If you have too many subs, then it's trying to get you those. Harry, when you were done with your stream, what did it say your total views were on that stream? Because I looked up at one point and I could have sworn there was 20 people in there. Dang, this shirt makes me look kind of buff, bro. What's up? I'm not really buff. And I'm not going to give this guy a mustache. He's just going to get beard. Yeah, what up, Mike? Yeah, Harry had his first live today. It was good. It was good. I think I'm going to like this guy with a huge nose like this, dude. We might have to go big nose on some more of these suckers. Yeah, it was a good live stream, dude. Harry's a good builder. It was fun, man. I'm glad I got to see it. All right, now we kind of have got the face kind of sorted. This is killing me, bro. Come on. Got the face kind of sorted out. There's the big old honking nose. Now let's shape the hat. Yeah, big old huge cone-headed gnome, dude, with a big old schnoz. Huge old nose, dude. He's the type of gnome that nobody's ever invited to go to the bathroom with him. What up, dude? How you doing, Steve? We're having a super chill night. Just carving a little gnome, dude. Little self-defense gnome. Your 113 ain't bad for your first stream, Harry. That's good, dude. And then you're, I could have sworn there was like 20 people at once. Like, so what did it? You might not be able to see your concurrence until it processes, but. Yeah, I thought that was a good one, dude. Hey, what's up? Welcome, dude. Welcome to the stream. We are just carving today. Land Raver, what's happening? Yeah, this isn't going to be some super exciting epic level fucking mini cabinet day, dude. This is going to be a chill little shop stream. You have some good news, though. The good news is I got to work tomorrow. I got to work tomorrow, and then I'm taking like a week off, dude. And it's supposed to snow up here. Yeah. And I have a date. Dude, I got a nice date all planned with my wife, dude. It's going to be fucking awesome, bro. Well, yeah, what's up? I can't really say what I do because it would dox me. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Dude, take a week off, bro. You know, it's weird what the algorithm seems to pick up and promote. You know, like I'm sure that it won't pump this live because it's just a nice, quiet, chill live. You know, but like the one that surprised me was um, making a cedar planter box. It pumps the heck out of it. We have a message for review. So that for some reason the planter box build it pumped the heck out of it. I don't know, man. I don't know how it works. I think it shows it to a certain number of people, and if they like it, then maybe it shows it to more. But like I don't know what it's gauging that off of. I don't know. And by the way, I think there's a lot of dudes that have YouTube channels that are trying to tell you like, oh, you should do this, no, you should do that. That shit's like, it's like astrology, bro. They're just fucking making shit up. Or like you'll see a video and it's like, do these 5 things, so your videos will get seen, and the dude's got like 1,000 views on that video. It's like, did you not do the 5 things, bro? Dude, you gotta take some time off, maybe once it settles down. But yeah, you gotta take time off sometimes, dude. Yeah, Steve, there's a lot of lying going on. There's a lot of lying going on the YouTube, man. Yeah, I'll agree with that, Harry, and that, Mike. Don't throw the phone, bro. Don't throw the phone. Try to find some nice drywall you can put some holes in. Don't listen to that. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it's looking like we might get snow up here this coming weekend and then the following week. So we might be able to like snow tube like literally down our driveway. We'll see. You talking drywall? View message. I'm gonna have to turn this auto filter thing off. Scuba Steve in the house. Pow pow. I started live streaming. Steve, I started live streaming in November. I've had this channel for a long time, but it's been inactive for a long time. It used to be video game stuff. But even then, when I restarted, I only had like 100 subscribers or whatever that were video game watchers. So I'm hoping that, like, you know, maybe by the end of the month I could get to 1,000 subs. YouTube's mailing me my pin right now. So. Yeah, live streaming is the way to get monetized, I think. But the downfall to that is, like, you're not building an audience that watches your long form videos, really, you know? And like, and those long form videos is where people make their money off the AdSense. But a lot of those dudes are just copying other people's videos. Like, I can't make enough of these, you know? These keep flying off the shelf, and there's just 1,000 people copying that video concept. And yeah, I don't want any part of that, dude. I do like making long form videos, but I like kind of making them more like sort of like philosophy, I guess. You know, or just things that I've noticed, we should say. Yeah, the live streams are fun, dude, because you get to talk to people and you hang out, and it's like you got people hanging out in your shop. I like the live streams too. I did manage to, like, last Friday, I set up memberships, and 5 people joined the memberships for the channel, dude. So if you guys want to support the shop, dude, I got memberships unlocked. Feel free to sign up for those. It'll help. I think with those 5 memberships, that'll cover my, like, sandpaper for the month. Any little bit helps, dude. Yeah, my long form videos are much different than I did try making a tutorial video a week ago, and it just wasn't super great. It didn't do well. But yeah, I don't want to do clickbaity bullshit or whatever, dude. You know, I don't want to have to fucking lie. You know, it's like, I don't want to name names, but I've seen one of those dudes that does all that. I've seen one of those dudes that does all that. I've seen him in his comment trying to pretend like he doesn't make money on YouTube. Like, trying to pretend like he makes his money selling this tchotchke bullshit that he tells people to make. And he was trying to say, oh, I don't make the money on YouTube. I don't make any money on YouTube. But it's like, bro, we can all do math. And we can see that that video has almost 500,000 views. And we know that the woodworking niche pays between $4 to $12 per 1,000 views, right? So, like, you're fucking killing it. And if I ever got to that point where I was killing it, I would straight up be like, hey, I'm killing it. I wouldn't try to pretend like I'm just making my money doing craft fairs or something. Every time I try to record a demo video, I'm the biggest critic. Yeah, Scuba Steve, that is the hey, what up, Star? Scuba Steve, that's the curse, dude. That's like we're all a little bit too hard on ourselves, bro. You know? You just gotta send it, brother. After I release the first intro vid for my channel introducing our shop, I'll be asking what people want to see in the comments. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a great idea. You know, Mike, I think your first video, I have a feeling it's gonna be funny, dude. I have a feeling it's gonna be fucking hilarious and entertaining. Just a hunch, bro. Guys, I'm using this Stanley razor knife, utility knife I got from the hardware store for like $14 or something. Using that to carve this. Here's our progress so far. Here's our little gnome. I like lions, dude. I like that guy. This is basswood. I order it on Amazon. It's like really good for carving. It's a softwood with a tight grain, so it's like you can carve it almost any direction with minimal tear out. And yeah, I think it was 18 bucks for like 20 pieces or something. Carves like butter though. Very nice to carve. I carved a gnome out of dried walnut last week or two ago or whatever, which I ended up giving to a friend. But holy smokes, dude. I built my dog's doghouse out of pallet wood. It was an absolute bitch. Getting all that getting all that pallet wood and breaking it down with those freaking twisty nails they use, dude. Holy smokes, man. You just got to take your freaking sawzall to it. No, I went down to the nursery, and the owner of the nursery isn't in town until like the 17th. And I kind of wanted to give that place the first shot at it. So I'm going to wait for them. Give them the first shot of it. But yeah, I did load my truck up the other day and took them down there. But the owner wasn't there. I'd actually be willing to trade them. I'd be willing to trade the nursery for nursery stuff for the yard, actually. I would totally be willing to do that. I did get got a couple bare root apple trees while I was down there. I'm going to use this little chisel to sort of detail out this nose. Oh, I don't know. I haven't tried it. Oh, that's dope. That's dope, dude. Yeah, I had like 15 of those vine leg ones in the truck, but just one of the redwood ones, because redwood ones are expensive to make, dude. What up, Vaughn? Yes, if he did it all with a jigsaw, he probably was there for a while. I do grow vegetables, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to expand my garden this year too. I got a week off coming up, and I'm gonna put a lot of work into the yard. And then I have a friend who has some property nearby, and we're gonna do some gardening over there, and just try to increase our food production, dude. Like the more you can grow your own food, dude, the better. You know, it's tastier, it's healthier. It may or may not be cheaper depending on how you garden, but it's just good to not only have that skill but have it in practice, so that if anything were to happen, you would still have food production, even if it's just a little bit or whatever. How much years do you work in this job, and can you give me some trick in entire life? Dude, it's a tall order, man. I've been woodworking kind of off and on most of my life, but I didn't get my own shop like this until just last year when we got this house. So yeah, off and on most of my life. I've done it here and there. Can you give me some trick in entire life? Yeah. Dude, try to be happy. Just try to enjoy where you're at, no matter what, dude. You know, because that's your existence. Your existence is right now, and you might as well enjoy it, dude. Like stressing out, let's just worry about the future. That's negatively affecting your existence right now. You know? And you don't want to be like stressing on shit you already did too much, dude. Because then you're just ruining your existence right now because of the past or whatever. So just try to be happy, dude. Try to live in the moment. Find something to be appreciative of, thankful for. You know? And not stress out. I think I'm gonna cut this in right there. Right there, I'm gonna cut this nose in at an angle. Dude, so I've had problems with anxiety before, and I still occasionally will get it, but I don't get it like I used to. And dude, years ago I quit smoking weed as like a regular kind of activity, you know? And that made my anxiety go way down, dude. Smoking the weed was raising my anxiety levels, so yeah. That's one thing they don't want to talk about that the weed smokers won't talk about. That's a good point, Mike. Try to forgive yourself and only remember the mistakes that either set you back. You know, I try to do the same thing, but you know, I'll admit every once in a while I'll be laying there in bed and then like there's that voice in my head that's all, you remember 27 years ago and you did that, you know, or whatever. I think a lot of people get that, dude. We're just, we can be super critical of ourselves, dude, but that whole, you know, we're only living right now. We're only alive right now. Not tomorrow and not yesterday. We're only alive right in this moment. So might as well try to enjoy the moment, dude. You know, getting the nose shaped a little more. He's got quite the honker, dude. Yeah, dude. Quitting smoking was all right. Wasn't or quitting the herb wasn't too bad. But I quit smoking cigarettes like 5.5 months ago, and that shit was difficult. But I realized something about smoking cigarettes, bro. Is it's all a lie. What do we have here? Between being a Marine, a high voltage electrician, and now just kicking back from my third pension, I don't stress much anymore. Good, man. I'm glad you get to have some peace, bro, and enjoy it. You know, sounds like you lived a fucking busy life, dude. Stressful one. So yeah, enjoy it, dude. But I realized, yeah, about smoking cigarettes is all lies, dude. The cigarette smoking thing is like deceptions that you play on yourself. You know, like oh, you know, oh, I'm stressed out, so I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette to de-stress, dude. Cigarettes don't de-stress you, bro. They raise your blood pressure, they raise your cortisol levels, they like makes you more stressed. But you getting out of whatever situation and going taking 10 minutes to sit outside by yourself is what de-stresses you. But you Pavlovian response think it's the cigarette distressing you. Everything about cigarettes is like that, dude. Lies. And I was a smoker for 30 years, man. That shit's all lies. That's what helped me quit smoking was realizing that it's lies. And then also what helped me quit smoking was I took my phone to the doctor's appointment to show them what calms me down. Whittling. Yeah, dude. Whittling will mellow you out. Just carving wood will mellow you out, dude. Hard to be stressed out when you're carving a gnome, you know? And that's like the being in the moment thing, dude. You know? Focused on something, being in the moment. Thing about stress, dude, is like, or anxiety or worry about the future, it's like stressing on the future. Stressing on the future doesn't fucking change the future, dude. It just makes your current existence suck. There's no point. Hell yeah, on quitting smoking 10 years ago, Harry. Mike, if you're still smoking, you should consider setting those down, brother. You know, something else that helped me quit smoking was like for like a week. Whenever I smoked a cigarette, I didn't do anything else. Don't look at your phone. Don't talk to people for like a week. Whenever you smoke a cigarette, smoke. That's all you do. Focus on that smoke. Every drag, taste it. Picture what it's doing. Picture what it's done to your life. Picture what it's doing to your health. Picture how nasty it truly smells, dude. Picture how much money you've given some fucking billionaire dickbag that doesn't care about you and doesn't care that you're sacrificing your health because you're giving him money. Think about that. Every cigarette you smoke, guarantee you after a week you won't be able to take a drag. Okay, pipe tobacco is not really the same thing, dude. They don't pump pipe tobacco with fucking shit. Kind of liking where my nose is going. Just light, bro. Liking where the nose is going, dude. Just a big old schnoz, dude. I try to, man. It's worth taking it's worth taking a little bit of time out your day to sit somewhere, quietly sit somewhere, dude. Just listen to the sounds. But yeah, man, I'm so glad I quit smoking cigarettes, dude. Now that I'm like looking back on it, you know, when I was smoking, dude, I was always thinking about that next smoke. Like, cool, yeah, I'm having a great time hanging out with you guys, but hold on, I'll be back in 10 minutes. I got to smoke. You know, just constantly, dude. And that's all you ever think about, dude. So I do still occasionally feel like smoking. I do drink. Yeah, I drink sometimes. I drink on the weekends. I drank this weekend. My homegirl that I haven't seen in a long time came and visited, and we had some drinks. But yeah, when I first quit smoking though, I didn't drink for like a month because I had a feeling that I might drink and then smoke. So, but no, I have like half a pack of cigarettes in the shop here. If I really wanted one, I could have one. Hey, Raltz, what's happening? My dad always told me cigarettes controlled me. Nice, dude. Nice. They do go together, dude. And then alcohol takes away that inhibition. And then you forget that you weren't smoking. Oh, I could just smoke. We're having fun. I'll just smoke right now. Thing about cigarettes though, dude, is like it takes a while. It takes like a week or something. A week or two to get like the nicotine out of your body, out of your system. We're just making a gnome. And so once it's out, then all you're dealing with is mental. Is the mental stuff, right? Which I still get. But you're not getting like withdrawals after a couple of weeks. But with cigarettes, man, it's like if you smoke one cigarette, dude, you just triggered all that shit again. You now put nicotine back into your system. Now you got to sit out that week or two of bullshit again. So that alone is what keeps me from lighting up. Because I don't want to sit through that, dude. That was a nightmare. feel like I could do more on this now. Hold on a second. What is it, boy? That's a good dog, man. Hey, good night. Thanks for hanging out. It's a Great Pyrenees. It's a kind of Great Pyrenees. He's a good dog. He was just letting whoever was passing by know, hey, I see you. I feel like I want to swoop the nose down a little bit more. Yo, you still grab for him, Harry? I can see that, dude. Hey, when my friend was visiting this weekend, she was smoking, and the cigarette smell makes me want to retch now. Yeah, Tater ain't 180. He's I think he's around 120. 180 is a big freaking dog, dude. Holy smokes. Okay, I think I'm cool with this. No, we're gonna shave that down just a little bit. It's a big old. Those are cool dogs. Basset hounds. Yeah, Pyrenees are cool dogs, man, but they are very stubborn. I do not sell dogs. Mine is a rescue. You don't need to buy a Pyrenees, dude. There's so many Pyrenees in shelters, dude, that you can just go get one right now. Because people think they want a Pyrenees, and then they get one, and it's a cute little puppy, dude. But at like 6 months old, it starts to get big quick, and if it's your first dog, it's gonna run circles on you, dude. Oh, do I sell the gnomes? I have sold some gnomes, yeah. But yeah, I don't think Pyrenees is a good like first dog. They definitely do things on their own time, and I was reading about that, and that's because they're used, like, it's in their DNA for like a hella long to be guardians of the animals, and they're just out there without human interaction mostly. So when a human tells the Pyrenees to do something, the Pyrenees has to first think about, is that the safe move for the animals? That's what I think they're doing. But yeah, I sell gnomes. I don't sell dogs. But yeah, there's like dedicated Pyrenees rescues. That's exactly it. Yeah, they're not good first dogs. And then, you know, it's like, especially during the pandemic, there was like a craze. Everybody wanted the cute little fluffy Pyrenees dog, and then they all ended up in the shelters, bro. They're cool dogs. I mean, they're cool dogs, dude. But they're work. They're work. They are fun dogs to wrestle with, though, if you're friends with them. I wrestle with mine all the time, dude, and he's quite the wrestler. Okay. Okay, dudes. I'm gonna try to like clean up these marks in here. Just a little bit, dude. It looks a little sloppy in there. Yeah, he's my bud. He's my bud for sure. And if he's in the house, he goes to whatever room I'm in. If he's asleep and I get up and leave the room, he will wake up and follow me. My daughter had to move, found a guy raising beef cows, said he wanted her. He didn't have time to work with her. Oh, she's got a country home, dude. Sounds like the dog landed somewhere good, you know? I'm going to try to round off the back a little bit of the helmet or the hat. There's a guy up here that has some Pyrenees, and he has goats, and he like rents his goats out to people to clear land, and so he has like these portable fences that he puts up to contain the goats, and he just puts the Pyrenees in there with them, and he'll just leave them out there in the freaking mountains. There's not a lot that's gonna mess with 2 Pyrenees, dude. Not in North America, you know. Not in a lot of places. Maybe I should get another one. You know, Mike, it was BK that suggested trying this, and at first I was resistant, but I like it, dude. And here's why: I don't have to constantly strop it. I can just go. What I don't like about it is how short the blade is compared to my Sloyd knife, but I like it, dude. With this and a couple chisels, you can get a lot done. All right, let's do some beard, and I have a little V tool for that. All these little red handle tools were given to me. So I got a little V tool for the beard. And we're gonna do beard in the front and then long hair in the back. So it's just gonna be a little bushy little guy here. That's true. do like the Sloyd knife too, but the razor knife, dude, just for like ease of use. I guess I could probably even strop. I could probably strop this, right? I bet that's gonna make that sharp as heck, dude. Has anybody sharpened their carpet knife before? Am I carving from a mirror? All right, so we just stropped it, and let's just see if it's noticeable. Oh my gosh, it is definitely noticeable when you strop the razor knife. Dang, dude. No pressure at all, just, oh man. Okay, good to know. Then I'm going to take the chisel, and I'm going to use the chisel to kind of round off this. I could use the knife, but I'm going to use a chisel. So I can get tiny little, there we go. Oh yeah, we were doing beard. That's right. I do have a Dremel. I do have a Dremel, but I'm enjoying the lack of power tool noise. It would be easier, way easier to just do this with a Dremel though. I should try to bust a Dremel. I should try to dribble one out, dude. Let's see what I can do. I ordered this glove on Amazon, dude. It was cheap. It was cheap. It was like $10 for the pair. There's been a couple cuts where they stopped it and it would have been fucking emergency room time. Because I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm pretty clumsy, dude. Were you guys watching when it was a couple months ago, and I was cutting this round piece on the bandsaw, and I didn't put it in a clamp or anything, and it was like small, so I'm like holding it, and you know, if you put something round in the bandsaw, the blade's going down, right? So it pulls it, and it snapped it out of my hand, like very loudly, very violently snapped it out of my hand, and for a second, I thought I had gotten my finger. And then I checked and no, I didn't. But I thought I had for a second. And yeah, ever since then, I always clamp round pieces on the bandsaw, dude. Yeah, that was live in front of people. Definitely pucker factor, dude. You could have put a piece of coal between my butt cheeks and pulled a diamond out. So the reason why I call these self-defense gnomes is because you can get this tip to where it's like very, very sharp, dude. And then it goes from being, you know, a cute little gnome to, that's my purse. I don't know you. I mean, but here he is. Little homie. Little gnomey. Big ol' schnoz on that dude. So this guy is number 31. I believe I need a pen. I'll do pencil for now. Here's what number 20 looked like. He's got that hell yeah brother mustache. It's number 21. It's number 23. This is the gnome engineer, dude. He's got that discombobulator ray on his head. Here's a mushroom. And here's number 30. Oh, here's number 30 from today. This dude will definitely steal your girl. And then here's 31 from just now. Oop. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been a really enjoyable process, and I'm gonna do another one actually, because I want to do one that's got a bushy mustache. You guys want to do one more or call it? I'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. It was self-defense, dude. Nobody has to know. Enrique, what's happening, dude? All right, it looks like we are doing another gnome. This guy's going to have a bushy mustache. It's a slave drivers. All right, so we'll go maybe here for the hat. Go here for the nose. We'll do a big bushy mustache. Big bushy mustache on this guy. What do you do with them, BK? Do you keep them? You give them away? You sell them? I've sold some and I've given some away. I sell them for 20 bucks. I think that's fair. It takes me about an hour to carve one, so it's actually not very fair to me, but whatever. All right, Mike. But there's a gnome on its way to Poland right now. Buddy that lives in Poland bought one, and it's on its way. And there's another one on its way to Homer, Alaska. Jack Black, what's happening? All right, Harry, I'll see you, man. Congrats on your first live stream today, bro. You did good, buddy. You did good. Yo, Stropping this thing, it's crazy now. Crazy. Yeah, definitely strop your razor knife if you want a fucking insane blade, dude. Holy smokes. Oh, that's right, you were there, Land Raver, I remember. Our boy Harry's coming up, dude. He's on the path. I'm gonna use a chisel for a while. This is sort of getting the detail spots here. Dude, can I make his mustache stick out further than his body, bro? Maybe. Wednesday night, guys, I'm going to be working on that entryway bench build, with the walnut top, the walnut slab top, dude. And also, I have this piece left over. I have this piece left over from that box from the other day, dude. So I can make another very, very similar box to that. Yeah, I'm totally copying. I'm going to copy Harry's planter, dude. 100%. I want him to do a little tutorial on those coolers that he makes, dude. Yeah, that's going to be a beautiful piece of wood, and I think if I can make another one on par with the one from Friday, I think I could actually get a couple of bucks for it, dude. I could definitely get a lot more than what I got for that one. I had people offering me more. My Facebook DMs, dude. But it was a commission. It ended up being so dope, though, dude. Just an unreal piece, man. Unreal. That was one of those ones that was like, I guess kind of like let the wood figure it out, if that makes sense. I know that sounds kind of hippy dippy, dude, but sometimes you just let the wood figure it out. I've seen Ray and Sandy around. I don't really know them. I think they were in Harry's stream today. There we go. I'm going to cut that off right there. Hey, dude. You know what's funny, man, is like I see it on social medias, is like people like to talk shit about Californians, and that's cool. I get it. Like, you know, losers like to hate on the cool kid or whatever. But no, like people always like hate on California online, and they're like act like Californians are sissies, you know. And dude, almost everybody I know knows how to fight, you know. So plus we have to survive in California, and it's fucking hard here, bro. So anyway, that was my little joke there. Did not land. You guys seeing this? This is gonna be big mustache one. No, I got you, dude. I was just using that to segue into what I thought would be a funny joke, but I guess it didn't land. It's okay, dude. They don't all have to land. Dude, I gotta say, it's pretty nice, dude. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's absolutely stunningly beautiful here, dude. But yeah, there are a lot of hippies, dude. I live in Northern California. There's even more up here. Oh, you're talking like the... What's up, Old Path? Welcome back. Land Rover, it's pretty nice here. Like, it's beautiful, dude. There's a lot of beauty to here. California's got, Death Valley, the desert. It's got the High Sierra Mountains. It's got the ocean. It's got the redwood forest. It's got all kind of stuff, dude. Like if you like nature, California's fantastic. Actually, there's a lot of states that have good nature. South Dakota, Colorado, Wyoming was actually very beautiful. I thought Wyoming was very nice. Missouri had some very beautiful parts. It's nice here, man. I'm thankful to be here. BK, are you in Missouri? I've had to evacuate from wildfire multiple times. Wisconsin, I spent the summer in Wisconsin in 1997 or 96. One of the two. 19 might have been 98. I don't remember. Late 90s. I spent the summer in Wisconsin. Yeah, I was in Amory, outside of Amory, Wisconsin. It's a tiny little town. Yeah, I've heard it's rainy over there. Main River, I've heard that. Or I've heard that it's gray. Why is this one going so much faster, dude? I'm not sure where Amory is. It's country though. or it was back in the 90s. Yeah, that sounds terrible, bro. It sounds like fucking Seattle. There was a lot of like a lot of ponds and shit up there, is what I remember. A lot of ponds, dude. Yeah, Wisconsin. Beautiful, dude. Yo, what's up, Van Watt? How you doing, sir? Yeah, I think that like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, all those states around the Great Lakes, I think those would be the place to be in, like, you know, climate change situations, because those lakes create their own weather, dude, and there's just an insane amount of water there. So as everything else dries out, there's tons of water right there. been to Washington State too, back in my youngster traveler days. Bend in the hat. I thought I had one with a bend in this hat here. No, you know, I think I gave that one away today. Bend in the hat's easy. It's just a little shoot. We already kind of went too far on this one to bend his hat. You know, one thing that was super impressive was Oregon has Crater Lake. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Crater Lake, but dude, in person, dude, it's insanity. It's like you drive up and up and up and up and up and up to the top of this volcano. And then you think I could still do a bend, dude? You guys want to bend in this one? You want to bend, bro? We'll bend it. Let's fucking bend this son of a gun. So, dude, and then you get there and you can see that crystal clear lake, dude. I recommend that. I recommend going and visiting Crater Lake if you can. One of the more badass places on earth, dude. Blonde Cowboy Reviews, what's happening? Are you a blonde cowboy doing reviews? Or are you someone who reviews blonde cowboys? Oh, that would be sick. Yeah, no, the pictures do not do it justice. It's magnificent, dude, is what it is. It is absolutely magnificent, dude. Just gonna, there it is. Detail this a little bit with this right here. And then we need a little roundy one I'm going to use for his little nostrils, bro. Actually, first we need to get this nose a little better before we can do the nostrils. Flatten out that plane right there. There we go. Kind of want that to be, there it is. So we can round off that. that. Do a little nostril. Do a little nostril. Okay. Let's try this one right here again. There it is, dude. And we can taper that down a little bit. Match it on this side. Fuck. Dang it. Oh, well, it's okay, man. Happy accidents. Okay. Okie dokie. I think we're about ready to beard this dude up. Oh man, no, that's got uneven nose. It's looking like Beavis. There we go. Hey, that's not a bad nose. Yeah, maybe I will do a once a week or once every 2 weeks quiet carving live stream where we can chat. It's pretty enjoyable, dude. And we don't have the power tools going. We're just chilling. It's nice. Feeling like I shouldn't push on that one. Sam! I don't know if you guys saw the live stream where Sam came over and carved a gnome. And his gnome was sick. Now let's get some beer. We got some mustache. I'll mustache you a question. Sam, we're going to begin to get some snow this weekend. And then the following week might have like some pretty serious snow with possibility of like multiple nights of freezing rain. So it's going to potentially get ugly up here next week. Hey, dude. Sam, I took those, I filled up my truck with planters and I took them down to the nursery down in Middletown, but the owner wasn't there. The owner won't be back till 17th, and I decided that I'd really like for them to be carrying my stuff, so I'm gonna wait till the 17th, load my stuff back up, and go down there and see if I can encounter the owner and see if they would like to carry my planters. Taz River Artisans, what's happening? Oh, you changed your name? It's a shapeshifter, folks. I don't know. We need kobolds. We need kobolds to be the arch nemesis of the gnomes. The gnomes are getting. Oh, Sam, check this one out, dude. No, you're right. We need kobolds. Hell yeah, Mike. I'm looking forward to it because I have a feeling it's gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be great, dude. And just let me know when you're ready, and I'll throw out a shout out for you, dude. But I'll time it. I'll time it right. I'll time it when the chat's popping off. There's a high concurrent viewership. That seems like a good time. That's when I'll pump it. Sam, did you get your thing going? Yeah, dude. I'll send some gnomes your way. It'd be $20 plus shipping. Or $20 each plus shipping. And I'll throw in a mushroom. All right, here's this guy. Why did this guy take me? Why was this guy faster than this guy? When this guy is much simpler? This is a self-defense gnome. Yeah. Yeah. And this is just a... this is a gnome that I think has had enough of everybody's bullshit right here. So we got to put a 32 on this guy. Yeah, the chill streams are nice, dude. They are very nice. Well, and that one's got like a real beak on him there, dude. His buddies have him open beers for him. Yo, thank you. My hand hurts, dude. I'm gonna be honest. My right hand goes numb off and on throughout every day. And I've just sort of learned to live with it. Dude, I do need to. My wife got me some chalkboard paint, so I need to think of a project for the chalkboard paint. Hey, I'm gonna run the vacuum for a second, guys. Heads up. Thumb massage under my forearms. Hey, Mike, I was just thinking while I was vacuuming, dude. If you want 2 gnomes to put on your things, I will give you 2 gnomes for the price of 1. But you pay for shipping. Land Raver, 4 a.m. Good Lord. Good night. Good to see you. And if you want to get that sorted out, just hit me up on Facebook Messenger, Cobb Mountain Woodworks, or Instagram, Cobb Mountain Woodworks. I'm gonna get that sorted out. This little guy, I ordered it from Beavercraft. It's pretty cool, pretty fun little thing, I guess. Yeah. Well, guys, I appreciate everybody hanging out for the nice, chill Monday night carving stream. A little no pressure hanging out carving is fun, dude. Right on, right on. I'll check it when we get out of here. Yeah, it's fun to like just chill and carve and be able to talk and not have all the power tools going and everything. But that'll be for Wednesday. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that table, not that table, but that entryway bench, because yeah, I need to get it done. So Wednesday will be that. Friday, I'm not sure what I'm doing for Friday's stream. I might just have a come in here and wing it with some scraps stream. You know? Yeah, it was fun, man. But, you know, winging it with scraps, that's how I came up with those planter leg designs, was just coming in here and just goofing off. So maybe I'll do a goof off night, Friday night, see what I can come up with. Just get in here and get creative. Who knows, dude? Who knows? But yeah, man, I'll see you guys later. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Boop.